family. This is Francie with Francie's Joy, and it seems a little cloudy. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. It's not like clear. Okay. Anyway, I know it's been a while, but yeah, it's school. The start of the school year is always hectic for me, and I think I posted about my mom passing in July, and I believe that triggered my grief, not only for my sister who just passed in June, but for my brother who committed suicide in 2010, and my other sister who died in 2011. So I think I have just been a mess in trying to figure out what in the world is wrong with me, you know. I thought I was doing okay. I even had a therapist, and she was like, you know, you seem to be doing okay with your sister's death. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, life goes on, right? Well, something happened because then the last few weeks, I don't know, it might have been a month, I just cry at everything, just cry and cry and cry. I can't even get through a conversation, and sometimes you don't even know why you're crying. You don't know why you're crying. And I thought, okay, this has got to stop. I just, I understand about this grieving season, that you're in, and I don't know how long it's going to take, especially if the grief for my other siblings, that is really cloudy. Is it my glasses? I don't even know. Was triggered by, my biological mom dying, and it's just like, good night. And so I had looked up Grief Share before, and I don't know if you all know about it, but it's a program that you can go through, kind of like Celebrate Recovery. I've been through that, and like AA goes through their program. But this is a program for getting through grief. Hang on. Okay, that's so much better. I think there is something on the camera that was making it so cloudy. Well, I'm not going to do all that again. So anyway, it'll just be cloudy. But it's better now. So, okay. So I decided, let me see if there's a grief share around me. I know the church I go to doesn't do it. So I looked up, and of course there is one in my area. And when I had first looked it up, they were like in the middle of the program. And you can join anytime. Granted, you can join anytime. You don't have to wait for week 1. But I really didn't want to join like that. But as I was going through this, whatever I'm going through again, I looked it up, and there was one very close that started last Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's do the Grief Share, right? Let's go through this program, something. So I went Wednesday. It was Wednesday night, and it's like from 6:30 to, well, we went to like 8:40, so it's like 2 hours. You watch a video, and then you answer discussion questions, which actually just leads people to talking about their situation. And we have one guy who is a talker. So, you seem to always have one in the group. I always think that maybe I might be that one in that group. I don't want to be that one. I mean, I didn't mind sharing some things because you kind of want them to know something that you're going through, but you don't want to be the one that talks all the time. So there is one, but he seems like a really nice guy. And all the stories they're all sad. It's all sad. And that's another thing. You think, well, do I want to sit in there with other people who are sad too? I mean, if we're all sad, how do we help each other? And so I get there. I cried the whole time almost. Just the whole time. Watching the video. We watched the video first. I cried through the whole video. And then as we started going through the discussion questions, I cried. But then, it's really weird. The guy sitting next to me, the talker, he's talking and he leans over and he touches my back. Because he's talking about sister or whatever. I'm his sister in Christ, whatever. So he touched me like 2 or 3 times. And after that, I stopped crying. Just because of his touch. And he was just kind of, like people talk with their hands, they reach over and touch somebody. That's really all he was doing. I didn't care. But I found it interesting. That after he touched me, I was okay for the rest of the night. And I'm crying telling you this story, but I haven't cried since Wednesday night. And I just find that fascinating, that his touch. I don't even know this guy, but his touch helped me. Isn't that interesting? I'm not gonna say it's weird, because it's not weird. I think we're designed to desire the touch of another human. And when you live by yourself and you're single, you're not going to get that very much. So, my daughter lives with me. And, we hug. She gets upset and I hug her and everything. And I don't feel that I am physically compassionate. I'm very compassionate as far as how I feel. But physically compassionate, hugging and stuff like that, I don't think I'm as good at that. So, I've done pretty good this week. Now, I will say, Friday, when I was teaching my chemistry classes, we do elements of faith on Fridays. So, you talk about an element and then there's a biblical connection. So you're going to learn a little bit of chemistry and the biblical connection. So we were doing lithium, which comes from the Greek word lithos. Lithos means stone. So there's your connection. So connected to all the times in the Bible that it talked about stone. But what is waving back and forth? That is weird. It's like something is waving back and forth. Yeah, okay, that's not going to work because that might make some of you dizzy. I'm just having some weird problems with this phone. It's still wiggling. I don't know. I don't know if it's something in the dash that's making it do that. That is weird. I've never had that before either. Huh. It's just going like back and forth. I'm sure you can see it. Alright, well I'm going to stop the video. Hopefully I remember where I left off. But I wasn't even driving, so I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's not as bad when I drive because we can't notice it. But anyway, I guess I'll go on. I don't think it's that bad. I hate to have to redo all this because I won't say it the same. Okay, so lithos means stone, making the connection to the Bible. And it gets to about a firm foundation. So then it talks about building, the parable of building on the rock versus the sand. So then, of course, I have to bring up a song that I remember singing when I was a teenager. You know, don't build your house on the sandy land. And, you know, whatever. You've got to build your house on a rock. Okay, firm foundation, solid spot. So I was talking about that in the second class. I was talking about it. Oh, because it says, 'cause the storms may I just stopped singing and I said, guys, there are going to be storms in your life. I said, some of you have already had it. And for some of you, it's coming. But if we have that firm foundation in Christ, we're going to be okay. That doesn't mean it's going to feel okay. It doesn't mean that I'm going to cry every day for I don't know how many weeks I've been crying like this. But I know that God is with me and God is taking me through this storm, through this grief, because of the firm foundation. And thankfully, I was able to, yeah, the bouncing is back. I don't know why it's doing that. I was raised going to the church. I knew Jesus. I was baptized when I was 11 years old. So, yeah. I had the firm foundation, fortunately. But it's not that it's always firm, because I still believe I need to be in the scriptures more. I need to pray more. You know, there's so much more I can be doing to make myself stronger, to make my foundation stronger. And so, anyway, I started crying through the second period, but at least I was able to stop it enough. And I said, sorry guys. I said, but let me tell you, the foundation of Christ, it should put you in an emotional state, knowing that God is always there for us. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on, share a little bit what's going on. School time is a busy time. But we're already through the 4th week of school. I can't even believe it. I cannot believe it. So anyway, all right, I will let you go because the video is long enough. And hopefully next time, I guess I can't video in my car anymore. That makes me sad. Well, this is actually my daughter's car. I don't have a car. But anyway, all right. Just wanted to give you an update. I'll keep you updated about this grief share. Bye. Thanks for watching.